Huge. That's a huge difference, yeah.
So three difference: rented by bed, first thing; provide furniture, second thing; utility included.
Okay.
So that was three major factors. Besides that, we have a lot of events.
Yep.
So we do like pizza night.
Okay.
We did virtual bingo recently,
I
which
did.
was a big yeah. We had like 30-some people sign on.
And we
It
do.
was fun.
We do a lot of.
Oh, hey Brian.
Yeah.
Brian, how are you?
I'm good.
We're gonna go right out here.
Okay.
Gary, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So this is just the laundry, the gym area. The gym is currently closed. We have a new sign that I had to put up here today because it was handwritten. Oh wait, we changed it.
And we have a lot of student appreciation. So we give them the mask with our logos. If they want to wear that, they will see the property name.
We did a Chick-fil-A grab-and-go breakfast, which everyone loved that. Free pretzels.
You bring the Chick-fil-A for the breakfast?
Yeah. My buddy owns the Chick-fil-A, so he gave us he's working with us to give us a better price in the future. So
Thank you.
We did that, which is nice. The masks, the virtual bingo night, which is we're trying to figure out how to do a competition to do gingerbread house making online, just tagging us or do a door deck. We're trying to figure out ways to get creative with events because I'm used to just doing everything like, hey, come, let's talk, let's hang out. And a lot of residents, the virtual bingo was a resident's idea. Another resident had an idea to do a virtual Family Feud bracket tournament where you, as an apartment, go together and you have a family.
Check with Dan. Dan probably will have some ideas or it will help you for the brainstorm.
And this is just another laundry, which is nice. They have the ones on their floors and then there. So
Every floor they have laundry.
yeah. But if you want to come down, I imagine if you came down here, everyone's trying to use that. You could probably do your whole wash and.
The structure side, this building have better structure because the walnut is totally wood. So if you see the noise, there might be little. And we have the elevator, walnut do not. We have the parking garage. Walnut do not.
The color should be much better than the first floor, yeah. Your style color is much better.
But different is, the price difference was not that big, even though they have that factor, because because the management company, they want to rent out everything as soon as possible.
And this is just a package locker that
Okay.
我们在 build
the carriers can bring down and have the
building
packages put in here.
这个 luggage 就是在国内就做自己的，就是它这个 luggage 就是 Amazon。Is that Amazon or?
It's not Amazon. It's Luxor One, which in my previous company, when I would help out on the weekends doing leasing, we had one of these at the building. So it's very similar.
But did the packager bring into it or?
They're supposed to, yes.
What do you mean they're supposed to?
So
I see there's packaging.
Yeah.
there,
So that's a thing that we'll be working on, trying to figure out why, what's going on, how to
they
use
just
that.
do not want to use it.
Trying to figure out what the problem is.
你是不是想 figure 跟国内的一样，就是
对
发一个 code 给
对
你，you use tell you number 3,
对
you have a package today,
对，
you open it,
这个的话每个
take
月
it
都要
out
交钱，
you close it.
每个月都要。
So all we do, so like I
因为
was,
这是 Amazon 给的是吧？
when I was here yesterday, I can put anything in here. So when I was here yesterday, there are packages left out. We just go in here. I have a code.
这已经有了。
You convenient, you safety.
Go. I find the apartment number, so say it's 409. We would click on it, and then it asks you to take a picture of the package.
Okay.
It'll pop open, just like an Amazon locker. You shove it in. So typically, I mean, what probably is gonna, we're trying to just figure out how we can
但是目前
encourage and help them use that better.
所以我
Or
想设计就是让他
I'll
们
just
国内
maintenance now. Just make sure that they're always in there, just to help them. So yeah. But it's nice because it sends a text message to them. It's just, you got a package, and they know it's here.
我
So
不是说吧，我给你
But what about pickup? Can they just put it in and then the delivery pick it up here?
yeah, if they like a pick up a package.
Yeah.
No, they can't do that. It's only for drop off.
Because you got to pay, right?
Yeah. So we're looking at some of the options we have here to encourage them to use it more is installing a Ring doorbell out there, changing the code, and then allowing the package drivers to use this entrance right here, just to park right there, come down here, put it in there. That's going to be step one. We'll work it out. It's not the first It's not our first rodeo in figuring out this kind of stuff. So,
这个行业跟国内没办法。
but that's really nice.
Yeah. What about the distance to the campus? This one is closer or the last
This
one?
is closer.
This is closer.
So we're about 42nd and Chestnut. So if you go to 40th Street is if you walk down 40th Street, that'll take you to campus. Or if you just keep walking down Chestnut, you'll go right to campus too. So you're about like 2 blocks,
2 blocks.
2.5 blocks from campus.
Oh, oh, very close, right?
Very close. Very close.
Okay. Then yeah. What about the parking? The parking is free or
No, it is not. It's
additional?
$150 a month.
Oh, $150 a
Yep,
month.
which is really good in the city.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Indoor. And this lot, from what we got from the acquisitions, is that it's full. There's no empty spots. So
Okay.
which is nice.
So every parking lot is assigned to the specific room, right?
It's to a specific resident. We just got all the lease files, so yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. It's like, hi, you have space 8. That's your space, and then they'll all have tags, and they'll and so forth. So that's how I've used it. Cause I had a lot up at Temple. We would charge like $100 a month. It wasn't covered, but we would, we would assign you a space, and it just made it easier.
So they got the pass to get
They
in.
don't yet. No, that's what we will be implementing. Giving them a tag and then getting a towing company if someone, decides not to. I don't know how they would get in here if they did, because it's locked.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. All right. Thank you.
越来越多了。
All the space were rented out.
Right now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You work for the university, right? Housing.
Up at Temple.
Up temp,
Yeah.
yeah. But the question is that, do you see the trend university might outsourcing the housing to outside?
It has
might
become
see
more
this-
of a trend.
I
Yes.
think maybe that's become
What
a
was the
trend.
trend?
就是 university think they maintain their own residence 是个 big trouble，就跟 IT 一样。
I think it was depends on universities. Some
是是，就
private
depend-
universities are more want to build a new building by themselves because they have a fund doing that. But the public university, I think they're more willing to cooperate, like doing PPP or private-public partnership with other companies. So if you
So
go
it
to
depends.
so if we all the way go to north, like Rutgers, Princeton. So if you see Princeton, there's no.
No way, Princeton no way. It's all in the.
But if you go to Rutgers in New Brunswick, there's a
possible.
lot of like private, public.
不是，但是你也要 think about it's also maybe possible to the land property. Princeton, the campus is huge.
Right.
They have everything, it's all.
Right, but so the question is whether university wanna sell the land to a private
Okay.
company or they most of the time they do not
They
want to sell.
don't. They never do.
They
They
usually
don't do
lease
it.
it.
They don't do it.
So
Yeah.
they will ground lease to another
Yeah,
company.
They don't.
You build a building, you pay the money,
Yeah.
you collect the rent.
Yeah.
However, university has to have the control. You want a profit share. So that was a public-private partnership. But there are some public university like.
You can Rutgers, they don't have space unless they go to Piscataway.
Well, they
Nobody-
do.
Not everybody can live in
Whereas
Piscataway.
they have 3 campus, they
Yeah.
don't have the space in downtown.
New Brunswick.
They do
New
not have
Brunswick
it
and
in
Newark.
downtown
They
New
don't
Brunswick.
Yeah.
But they're in their agriculture campus, there are a lot of
Yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah.
So I think it's pretty
Like
depends
Piscataway, they
on
have a lot of
university's
space.
nature. If
Okay.
it's public university, I think they have their mission to manage their dorm, so they are more willing to cooperate than just do not operate that. For the private, they want to build their own dorm to make money.
Yeah.
Like Morgan University, we currently incorporate at Baltimore. What they do is they still own the dorm, so they sublease from the master lease from us, but they ask us to do everything for them.
Okay.
But that is still their dorm. That is still their dorm.
Yeah,
They
okay.
still own that.
Yeah.
Well, we own that, but they have
You just
the lease right, right?
yeah.
So,
Right.
so they call that their dorm
Yeah.
in their website.
Actually,
They
you-
tell their student that is our dorm.
yeah.
That's
But
another
who
way
do the
to
work?
outsource
We
it.
do the work.
So different ways to do outsourcing.
So when I worked up at Temple, when I worked for Campus Living Villages, we had a master lease. It was like 8 floors. It was phenomenal. And we did the same thing, but we didn't. All we were responsible for was the maintenance. Did you guys do the residence life at Morgan?
No, they have RAs.
They have the university's RAs?
Yeah,
okay, yeah, gotcha,
RA.
okay, gotcha. Okay.
However, they still want, so RA didn't solve the issues, right? Most of student issues are maintenance or those smaller things. LE was just telling you that there's an issue, then can you help us on that?
Yeah.
But, so we do not have communication with students directly, but a lot of indirect communications, right?
Yeah, like the maintenance. Yeah, that's how it was.
So I think it pretty depends on it's public or private university. Public universities are more and more willing to cooperate with.
Do you know how ACC functions? Are they a private-public partnership with Drexel?
ACC's private partnership with Drexel.
Because I know that they have over at Drexel they have if you're a sophomore you have to live on an ACC property. So I just wonder how that works in terms of a partnership.
Either EVO or another building is their partnership.
It's the Summit, and I think
The Summit.
that really big, fancy, fun building.
Yeah.
That thing's huge.
Both of them definitely will be the PCB.
Yeah, I guess I was wondering, is it a public practice?
And even Radiant is a PC product.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I did
Is
not
that how they
know
always are leased up so fast? At the
I
Radiant?
think so. And
Wow.
and the property
the
I
Scion
first
Group.
mentioned to you about the orange and the green building.
Oh, it was Equinox.
Equinox.
Yeah, but I don't know who owns
That
it
was
now.
actually owned by the founder of UPenn.
Oh.
Okay.
That's a nice mixed-use building. Yeah. That's all we have to show down here. There's not anything.
All right.
Everything else is closed off, like maintenance and
All right.
sprinkler rooms. There's nothing else exciting down here.
All right.
But the parking lot is nice because it's extra revenue.
This E-class building, it gives us more flexibility because there's 2 bedrooms now. It was much closer to the campus. So what our pricing strategy is, so if we want to push the rent in Walnut, if we want to push the occupancy in Walnut, we probably will increase the rent here. Then to push the people to see, oh, that was a huge discount. If we want to push the rent there, then we probably increase the rent in Walnut. So that is the way how we always adjust.
Okay.
Yeah. People like it there too.
All right. So
Which
the
one do you
rent
like
here
better?
is actually.
You like the Walnut because you've been there longer.
I've been there, but I think this.
It will be easier.
I think this is going to be
Easier,
a walk-in. I don't want to jinx myself here, but I think this is going to be a walk in the park to lease up. I think this is going to be a lot easier in terms of location and even the price points are still, even with increasing, it's still going to be well within what people are willing to pay.
I don't know
Especially when they go look at our Google reviews and our Instagram page and they see these guys are great operators. I think it's just going to be an easy sell. In my opinion. I haven't sold anything here yet, but we'll have that 509 to sell. So we'll sell that before we get into the
But
next
you know
semester.
I'm an aggressive person.
What's that?
You know I'm an aggressive person.
I just want to make students happy and.
Well, that was great.
Yeah.
I mentioned that to you before. Is in the corporate and on-site do not need to have the same perspective. I wish all the property manager can put all the tenants up front. Think of the tenants and treat them as your real friend. You don't need to worry about like the budget or the leasing matters. That was how the corporate think. I mean, there will be a conflict between when you're thinking about it in behavior of tenants and the corporate would think about it the revenue side. But I think as a property manager, you should think in behavior of the tenants.
But it was a good exercise, though. I mean, I've done that in other, so it's good to do those. So I think they're good exercises for our development, which is great. So even regardless of how it works out, it's still a good development tool. And we just want to make people happy. As best I can. I can't make everyone happy, but I'll make sure that you're taken care of. I always like. I love doing parent tours. I like when the parents come because I try to think of
Have more words to talk about, or
because it's them understanding that I'm going to take care of your son or daughter,
yeah,
and I will, because I know one day my kids, they're young now, they're going to go to college one day, and I hope that there's someone who's going to treat them and take care of them and make sure that they're okay. Because that's just what I try to always allude
You're
to.
saying
let
you're
them
too
know.
old to talk with the 10 students.
What's that?
They're telling us you're too old.
No, I'm never too old. I just like to connect with the parents because usually the parents are the ones that have the deciding factor, especially because they're the ones that are they're going to be co-signing, they're going to be the guarantor.
Depends on whether they are all for.
Yeah.
If they're not, then their son or daughter can speak anything to force their parents to sign the lease. They will say, "Oh, this was a perfect building. Just please sign this. I really like it."
Yeah.
And how their parents are gonna do it? They will just sign it,
Yeah.
even though maybe it's over budget.
Yeah.
So this housing is settled yesterday, right?
Said close
Monday.
was
Yeah.
Monday. Close
Monday?
was Monday 5 p.m.
Oh, okay.
So yesterday was our first full day in here.
Oh, okay.
So original Ying was here with Ricky yesterday. Well, there was a lot of things to do. We're trying to clean up everything, but it just mess. So I think we're gonna do similar thing what we have done before. We're gonna repaint the hallway because the hallway is the first impression
Yeah.
when tenants into the building or even new leases
Yep.
into the building. I think that was most
Yeah.
important.
If
We're
we
trying to
be a little bit spatial, a little bit
Yeah.
open, that's
Yeah.
first impression really. Something.
And
Yeah.
sometimes we probably wanted them to come to our one of the office firstly to see the office,
Yeah,
who we
that
are,
office is really good location, I think, overall.
and then we bring them here. So there's a lot of strategy. So if we have another property, we end up with about 500 to 600 beds. We're gonna have a new office near the campus rather than in the building.
Yeah,
And
okay.
that specific office will be for the leasing only. And that was our long-term strategy in university.
So what other change are you going to have?
I think we just take care of the residents.
What about the pricing and the, you know?
We obviously increased rents.
Okay.
But this year, we probably will do a little bit conservatively on the renewal side, given the fact that the COVID still have effect. Tenants are not deciding that quick. But I think it was relatively conservative. But I think it will be still an increase compared with last year.
And this building, I remember, it was in the same plan as the apartment in Walnut, right? So it was the delay for almost 1 year. I mean.
No, so this building under contract early this year, early 2020.
Oh, okay.
So it was 1 year after Walnut. But the original plan was closed around July. But under July, the university was uncertain. We do not know whether university will open or not. More importantly is we're not sure about their occupancy, the real occupancy rate by the end of the year. So
Okay.
that's why we delay the closing time to end of the year until they're fully occupied. So what the owner do is, you see that empty room, so they give us the rent for that empty room until July. And if we rent it out, we actually are getting double rent. So
Yeah.
they are guaranteed revenue for us.
I see. But what about the price of the settlement? I mean, when you close, because it's already under COVID-19, so any price are reducing for the contract, or original
Well,
contract?
The contract we have been discussed a long time. If we regarding when we first time signed the contract, the price was reduced. But we are, because of their building didn't impact on the occupancy rate or other factors, so in the net operating income didn't decrease. Their net operating income even increased. So they do not want to reduce the price.
Okay.
And reality is, in this market currently, no one are decreasing or increasing their cap rate. No one are decreasing their
All
price. For single houses, actually the price is going up.
Going up, yeah.
For the commercials, there will be less of the sales.
Mm-hmm.
However, most of people are not reducing their price.
Okay. Because of the mortgages, you know.
Well, the interest rate is going down. We know that the cap rate is always correlated with the interest rate. Now the interest rate is only 3.5. Then the cap rate should be somewhere from 4.5 to 6%.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
You guys at the campus now?
Yeah.
Nice, very nice.
You wanna walk with us or?